Good evening, SaaStock. And we are ready now for our pitch competition final. It's really exciting to be here. I'm Gabriel Pisolante. I lead a global community for SaaStock, and I've also been putting together our global pitch competition since our very first one in 2018. We do this because as a SaaS community, as an industry event, we think it's very important to support the younger companies, the startups, those B2B SaaS that are going to be the future of SaaS. And we want to kind of give them that visibility, help them get more traction, and right now at this time, help them adapt, survive, and thrive. Our previous winners include Cledara and in Crankwheel. They're actually both on our booths there. So it's really exciting to have them back. And today we're looking for the most exciting not B2B startups that not only have that high potential and the scalability that to grow, but also that are able to go through the current times and as we kind of keep with the team, adapt, survive, and thrive. So what's the journey? How's the journey been? We've had 94 startups starting the startup program, joining the startup program. Out of them, 50 applied for the pitch competition. We only have a very short turnaround time, and we narrowed it down to the top 10. The evaluation process was actually it was very fast, but actually we had the support from really good partners, including Storm Ventures, Notion Capital, Lakestar, DTCP, and Smedbay Capital. They helped us get to the top 10. Yesterday, we held the 2 live sessions for our semifinals, and each of them, which we chose the top 2. We had incredible support there from our startup program partners, Zendesk and Microsoft for Startups. And so I'd like to pretty much thank everybody who's been helping us through this competition. So what are the prizes? We want to make sure that we give those companies the right visibility. So we want to give them more PR opportunities. The winner will be showcased in some of our different various channels, including the blog that we do. We're going to invite the winner for an interview with Alex Huma, our CEO, on our podcast, The SaaS Revolution Show. Startup program winners, the pitch competition winner will get a startup program booth for the next conferences that we do for the next conference. So hopefully physical conference, but if not, we'll continue online and we'll work with them to support them. And finally, we put together a perks package from some of our partners that wanted to contribute to the competition, and that includes Lead Feeder, Profitwell, Microsoft for Startups, and Zendesk as well, Scaleway, ZoomInfo, and Wirecard. So the great surprise as well is that all of these finalists, we have 4 finalists today. They will also receive a perks package from our partners, and those ones include Profitwell, Zendesk, Scaleway, and ZoomInfo. So it's great that we are able to also kind of provide them with tools that will help them grow. So congratulations to all of the participants, all of the finalists. And today we're here to find who is our winner. So without further ado, I'd like to start introducing our judges this evening. So judges, if you can come. Okay, I see that they're already there. So first off, I'd like to welcome Itxaso del Palacio, partner at Notion Capital. Hi, Itxaso.
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for having
Very
me.
well. Where are you dialing in from?
So I am in London at the
In
moment.
London. All right, great. And what are you excited about from the startup competition?
So I looked a little bit at the companies presenting, and I think they are incredibly interesting. And I have to say that I've engaged with some of the winners from previous years. And so I know that the quality of the companies is very good. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing the pitches.
Nice. Thank you very much for joining us. Our second judge is Nahm from Storm Ventures. Hi, Tehi.
Hi, good to participate, Gabriel.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Where are you dialing in from?
So I'm calling in from San Francisco, California.
Great, great. And what are you looking for in today's final?
Well, like Itxaso, really impressed by each of the companies, and actually fascinated by the geographic diversity of all the four companies as well too. And so just really hoping to learn more about each founder.
Great, great. Well, thank you for joining us. And I have also Andrew Macadam from Microsoft for Startups. Hi, Andrew.
Hey, Gabriel.
How are you? Where are you dialing in from?
I'm just outside Dublin in Ireland in a little town called Greystones.
Great, great. And you were able to see one of the semifinals yesterday. So what
I
are you
was.
looking for today in the top four?
Well, the thing that really impressed, I think, us all yesterday as judges was the ability to articulate the value proposition so concisely, and also that real focus on revenue generation. I think that was a couple of the key things that really stood out. So I'm excited to see how they're going to evolve in the time they have available today.
Great, great. I think one of the benefits of being able to do this online is that we've had also it's been a really global competition, and we've had people joining from all over the planet. So now we're ready for the pitches, right? Are you ready, judges?
Yes, we are.
Okay, perfect. So I'd like to introduce our first startup pitching. Oh, but first of all, let me tell you how it's going to work. Uh, each startup is going to join, and they're going to pitch for 2 minutes. The 2 minutes, we're going to see a countdown clock, and they have only 2 minutes to convince the judges that they are the winner of the competition. This will follow 3 minutes of questions from the judges, and at the end, we'll have a deliberation to find who is the winner. So now that we're ready, I'd like to call our first startup, Know Your Customer. And this is Klaus Christensen. Are you there, Klaus?
Hi, Gabriel. I am indeed, yes.
Great. So when you're ready, we'll start the 2 minutes, and you can take it away.
Thanks. I'm ready. Thanks, Gabriel.
Okay.
So hi, my name is Klaus Christensen, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Know Your Customer. At KYC, we radically simplify the way banks and other financial institutions onboard their corporate customers. By now, I'm sure you've all experienced the magic of a fully remote, fully digital, fully mobile account opening with one of the neobanks out there. Now, imagine the same experience, but when open your business account for your company. We are the backend technology that enables just that experience. Our cloud native, Microsoft, by the way, KYC automation platform replaces chasing company documents with always on live corporate company registries globally. And we use a machine learning based system to extract the data from those documents automatically, thereby hugely reducing the workload of both the compliance teams and at the same time transforming the customer experience. These benefits convinced more than 40 clients across Europe, Asia, and the US. And over the last year, the company progressed from smaller customers to larger institutions as clients. We're right now onboarding Asia's largest corporate services firm and 2 further Asian banks. We want to use this traction and the current climate for remote and digitization to expand both geographically and in developing the product to fit more closely, to align much closer to certain verticals in our clients. For that, we are now raising a 5 million Series A round. Previous investors include the Irish government VC Enterprise Ireland and the Asian investment group CLSA. Thanks very much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, Klaus. Thank you. So, judges, I have you back with me. We're ready for the 3-minute questions, and we start now. I'd like to go for Itxaso first.
I can go with a question. So from the technology that you are using, how much of that is proprietary? That you basically on the AI side and so on, and how much of it is off the shelf or other solutions that you are putting together to develop a workflow?
It is almost all proprietary. We developed the whole system from start to finish. Obviously, we did not design our own AI software. That has been commoditized. Thanks very much, Microsoft, Google, and so on. We trained our model with our own data. So that is also IP that we own.
Okay, great. So our next question from Tehi.
Yes, Klaus, that was a great overview, especially in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering if you could help me understand how big is the market since you're targeting corporate customers?
The business account opening is the largest, is the second largest market. The largest markets would be individuals, but that market is entirely commoditized now from a KYC standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
The business customer onboarding is totally not. We operate in a very large market of compliance software. So this would be $1 billion market in the next 3 to 5 years. It's going to grow 25% every year. So it's a really nice market to be in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. And Andrew, do you have a question for Klaus?
Certainly do. So Klaus, thanks a lot. Great, well done, incredibly concise. One of the things I'm interested in is the structure and the focus of your team. So if you could tell us a little bit about how many are in it and what they're actually focused on, please.
Absolutely. We have a very large development team that's we're about 40 people altogether by now. We're almost 5 years in. Of the 40 people, about 22 are in the tech development, whereas obviously the business analysis, the coding and testing. Then we have 4 sales reps, Singapore, Hong Kong, Dublin, and Dublin 2 for internal ones. And then there's a bit of admin that goes on top.
Great, thank you.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I think that's all the time we have for questions. Thank you, judges. You can go back
Thanks.
to the backend, and thank you for that, Klaus.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Great. So our second startup today is a company called KPI Sense, and I have William Cordes who's joining us. William, are you there?
I am. How's it going, Gabriel?
Great, great. Where are you dialing in from?
Chicago. It's
Chicago.
a nice, beautiful day here. Actually, it's surprisingly nice. It hasn't been nice for quite some time, so it's good to enjoy the good weather.
Good, good. Still ready there. So, are you ready for your pitch? When you're ready, we'll set the clock. 2 minutes, and we'll start it.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, we'll take it away.
Awesome. Well, hi everybody. Hi judges. KPI Sense is the name of my company. I'm Will Cordes, and we are a unified finance as a service platform for SaaS companies. So basically, we are the first CFO and FP&A platform built exclusively for SaaS companies. We provide a cleansed view of historical data and also provide forward-looking financial data and metrics all in one spot, and are really focused on driving that and pairing it with SaaS expertise to better understand your business and improve performance. You may ask me, what does that mean? Why is it a problem? Companies today they're drowning in software. They lack support, and the support they want to hire is really expensive, right? So for a strategic finance head or somebody that's not an accountant, you're typically looking at 100 and 150K all in. And on top of that, the data is very poor. There's many of these tools the data is extracted from. The data quality is poor, and the data that's being presented to folks like yourselves, the investors, typically very messy, involves a lot of data cleansing. And the people that are serving this space historically are outsourced CFOs, freelancers, consultants. They're not scalable, they're not efficient, and they're not very analytical. So it's one of the reasons why we started KPI Sense about 14 months ago. Over that time frame, we've scaled our business from 0 to just under 800K of ARR. We've kept 100% net revenue retention, and we're now serving approximately 30 customers today. We've done all of that on a cash flow break-even basis. So we've raised 225K to date. We've got 220 in the bank. And I think we've further proven our thesis that folks are need and want to pay for ongoing strategic financial support. Where are we going? So moving forward, we are looking to raise capital at some point later this year. The goal is to further automate our platform, drive and improve the work that we're doing today, and bring that in by better data integrations, further automation, and then also bring in more of our programmatic insights and helping people drive better performance. So we do see a path forward to better data quality and more of a metadata management play to help companies better understand their data and become ultimately a source of truth platform. But thank you very much. We're KPI Sense.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, William. There we go. That was exactly 2 minutes, and we are ready for the judges' questions. So I'd like to start with the reverse order. So I'm gonna go for Andrew first this time.
Yeah, great. Well done again, on the money. So Will, from your perspective, competitive marketplace, lots of people getting involved in the space. How are you differentiating what you're doing at the moment?
Yeah, it's a fantastic question. To me, we see the competitive marketplace being served by a number of players. There are folks that are true products. They'll give you analytics around your recurring revenue and around your metrics. And then you see freelancers. Like I mentioned, there's freelancer marketplaces, Paro, TopTool, places like that. And then again, traditional outsourced CFOs. We don't think any of the three technically solve the problem. We think companies have unique data issues, right? So we're stack agnostic. And a lot of companies struggle with data quality across these different tools. The thing that differentiates us is we can go solve your problem as an individual company, and it's not going to be this time intrusive type of exercise, and it allows us to provide more of a scalable solution moving forward. So by serving SaaS, largely B2B and enterprise, we found a way to, again, bring automation around kind of a broader segment and do it in a way that's still going to be margin efficient. So again, we have 60% gross margins to date. We see a path forward to 75, 80% as we bring further automation on the platform. But we believe our hybrid of expertise with productized automation, makes us a very unique player in the marketplace.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tahi.
Yes, you mentioned you have net retention about 100%, and I was just curious, when it comes to churn, gross churn, what's been the primary reason for your customers churning?
We've only lost 2 customers, and again, I'll take that with a grain of salt. We've only been in a business for 14 months, so I imagine, especially coming from a CFO finance background myself, I'm not going to hang my hat on kind of that shingle just yet. But what I would say that the 2 customers we've lost both faced insolvency risk and were largely impacted from the COVID crisis. So we've yet to come across a customer who's been truly voluntary churn that left because they didn't find value in the platform. So I think, again, we've gone in with the thesis that people need kind of this contextualized, expertise paired with this automation. And so far, so good. So again, we haven't had anybody churn or leave because they didn't get value out of the work that we were doing.
Okay, thank you. And we have a few seconds for Itxaso.
Very quickly, just what do you think are the 2 or 3 primary integrations that you need to have with this product in order to make it work seamlessly and automatically?
Yeah, you know what? I have the perfect slide for this. Unfortunately, we only had 1 slide, so what are the odds? But the way that we think about it, especially in SaaS, traditional financial, basically ERPs or bookkeeping software like QuickBooks and Xero, they're fantastic, but they're not built for SaaS. There's a lot of manual work that needs to go in and cleanse the data, and I'm sure you all, as investors, have seen all shapes and sizes from that standpoint. So the way that we look at it, if we can get access to financial statement data via QuickBooks, Xero, NetSuite, et cetera, and we can get access to a good transactional data source, whether that's a subscription management tool like a SaaSoptics, a ChargeBee, or that's more of again, a tool like a Stripe or more of a payment processing solution. The third area would be CRM solutions. So if you're tracking bookings, ACV related data in a sales CRM like a Salesforce, Copper, et cetera, we also view those as being valuable areas. So those are our priority integrations now, and where we're going to be spending a lot of our time here over the next 6 months to the rest of the year.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, I'm afraid we ran out of time, but thank you for your presentation. And
Yep,
I'm going
no
to
worries.
introduce our next startup. Next startup is a company that's actually joined our startup program 3rd year in a row. So I'm proud to introduce Blender.io, Ekaterina Kazakova. Ekaterina, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, great. So when you're ready, let me know. We set the clock 2 minutes.
All right, I'm ready, yeah.
Okay, take it away.
Okay, so hi everyone, and thanks for this opportunity. I'm Ekaterina, marketing manager at Blender.io. So Blender.io is a powerful and scalable integration platform for SaaS companies. Recently, there have been an explosion of the number of SaaS applications, and users move from one platform can do it all to the best of breed approach. And of course, they expect seamless integrations between all the tools they use for their business. And you, as a SaaS company, you can add native integrations in your SaaS platform with the traditional developments. But it's not really scalable. It takes 2-3 months to build an integration and around 1 month a year to maintain it. So that's why we built Blend.io. And here how it works. The first step is the Blend editor. This is a visual workflow builder with more than 500 already ready to use connectors to CRMs, marketing automation, ERP, AI engines, you name it. So you drag and drop and connect API endpoints, include variables, conditions to set up an integration. Once you create an integration, you can easily embed it in the UI of your platform. And from this moment, your customers can activate it just within a couple of clicks. So they don't have to build integration and they don't need to see the Blend editor. Meanwhile, in the backend, your customer success team can centrally manage all these integrations. So as you can see, Blend.io is not only a platform to build integrations, but a complete integration toolkit for everyone involved, developers, customer success team, and the end users. And now we have around 100 SaaS companies using Blend.io to supercharge their integration capabilities. Thank you, and I'm ready for your questions.
Okay, thank you very much, Ekaterina. Georges, you're back with me. So this time, I'd like to give the first question to Tehi.
So what I'm curious is that the market you're going after is a huge market. I mean, clearly, Salesforce bought MuleSoft for $7 billion. I mean, integration is a huge market, but also means a lot of competitors. And I'm just wondering, in what particular use cases do you feel like you're the ideal solution?
So we are targeting several verticals, and we started with event tech. That was because of the background of our founder. He was working for event tech, so that's actually how he created the platform based on the needs in this space. So we are very well known in event technology. That's connecting registration platforms with event management. But unfortunately, this sector got slightly affected by the COVID. And another sector that we were targeting in the moment is cloud telephony. So connecting cloud telephony with a CRM, with other tools. For the moment, we are also looking at the several other verticals, including HRM tools, accounting, and other verticals. So we try to target vertical by vertical. When we feel that it's saturated, we go to another one.
Okay.
Okay, so next question, Itxaso.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit more about the traction?
Yeah, so we have like around 100 companies. Unfortunately, I cannot disclose them because we have non-disclosure agreements with our customers because they prefer not to let their end customers know that the integration was built on another platform. They prefer to say, okay, like we build it, so please use it. Yeah, I hope that it can answer your question.
Yes, that's good. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. And Andrew.
Kind of a two-parter, because out of those 100 I'm interested in, are they all paying customers? And then the second part of that is, okay, great. And then what is the commercial model, please?
So it's a monthly subscription, and it starts from 1,000 per month.
And how does it grade? What's it based on? Is it per user?
It's based on the amount of the jobs that's done. And by job, we mean it's like kind of technical terms of the execution of the blend, and blend is integration. So to give you an example, so you can set up integration that's going to sync every second, and that will take more jobs than integration that will sync every 5 minutes. So basically the pricing based on the loads that we get on our system, and it somehow correlates with the amount of customers that will use the integration.
Great, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So that's all for the questions. Thank you very much, Ekaterina, for joining us. And you're joining us from Belgium, right?
Yeah, from Ghent. Very nice city with a lot of startups.
Great, great. Well, thank you. Well done. Our next startup is our final startup of this live final. And yes, great to introduce our final participant. His name is Misha, and it's a company called Usercentrics.
Hi,
So let's
everybody.
welcome Misha. Misha, you there? Yeah,
Yes,
great. So you ready?
you're ready.
Okay, so your 2 minutes start now.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Misha, founder of Usercentrics, and we're a specialized company for consent management. For us, actually, privacy matters, and data scandals like Cambridge Analytica, also Chrome Incognito complaint showed that if we as a user don't care about our privacy, the companies won't care. So basically, the users have new rights. They have the right to be informed, they have the right to choose anonymity, and the right to be forgotten. And companies struggle to really solve that problem and give the user some control back. And we found that a really nice challenge in technological ways, meaning we provide companies like Daimler, T-Mobile, and others a solution that they can integrate into their website and their data flows, making sure the data privacy is actually kept and the consent is given in a free and informed way. And we think the consent is the core concept of privacy, because you as a user, you're not a product, not in any case. At least you should have the freedom of choice. And giving back the freedom of choice to the user, I think personally, brands will have a great success and users will recognize your brand taking care of them. We are now approaching 1,000 enterprise customers. We have a base that is growing with roughly 20% month over month, with a strong growth in around 250 countries. And we're looking at 5 million ARR right now, with a very, very reasonable low churn rate. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much, Misha. Judges are back. So for this final round of questions, I'd like to start with Itxaso again.
Yeah, so thank you for the presentation. That was good. So just a quick question on the value proposition. It seems to me that you are selling to corporates, but at the end of the day, it looks like the benefit is for the user. So are corporates willing to pay for the users, and how do you get that basically necessity or a requirement to provide this?
Right. Great question. So actually we are approaching customers like enterprises, but at the end it's a B2B2C product, which means the users interact with us. So we need to make sure the users really know what they are doing. They need to be informed in a very accurate and granular way. And on the same side, we need to make sure the corporates can work with the data. Obviously, we are not paid by the end customers. We are paid by the enterprise. So it's both ways. We are the ones that need to find the middle in between the end customers and the enterprise. Quite challenging also.
Thank you.
Okay, so our next question will be from Tehi.
So Misha, you mentioned you're doing consent management and doing privacy for websites. Are you also doing other marketing programs as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So we started off actually with websites. Right now we have an Android and iOS SDK. So we continue in the mobile space. And what we see coming up is like the IoT space, where you have a lot of data deals going on, either third party, but also first party data that you want to use in an appropriate way. And most of the times, if you're looking at PII data, you need a proper consent and you need to prove it years later. And that's why we think even working with first party data needs someone taking care about these micro contracts of consent.
Okay, and the final question goes to Andrew.
Always helps when you come off mute. Thanks a lot, Gabriel. So Misha, great, thanks a lot, great presentation. I'm interested to understand a little bit more about how you're actually developing the customer base. What's your route to market that you're using at the moment? And roughly how long does it take from a customer acquisition strategy perspective?
Right. So customer acquisition is on the one hand direct sales, which means incoming lead generation. We're doing a lot of educational content. We're creating roughly 3,000 leads per month and funneling it down to 60 to 100 new customers per month. And then on the other hand, we have a strong partner approach, meaning we have GoDaddy and other partners that resell our product. Because in SME and the smaller accounts, we don't necessarily want to take all that support on our pages. We think others can do much better, so we have a rev share model and go in a white labeled way.
Great, thank you.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much, Misha. Thank you very much, all judges. This was a great round, and it was great to see all of the companies coming together. Just the startups only had 24 hours to prepare for this, so we're very impressed, and I want to congratulate them for getting there. So now what's going to happen now is I'm going to meet with the judges. We're going to deliberate who is our winner. The judging criteria will be based on business model, innovation, scalability, traction, competitive advantage, and the overall pitch performance. So it's not going to be a simple decision. But I think we're going to get to a live winner, and we will announce it later at the closing of the event. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. I think I'd like to encourage you all to support the finalists. They've been putting a lot of effort, and congratulations to all of the participants. Thank you, judges, for joining us. And thank you, everybody. Continue enjoying SaaStock Remote.
Thank you.
Yeah.